Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Gonna read through this full article here. There's a link in the description. Maybe you think this is a good idea, maybe you don't, but we can have a little look at this, a little think, perhaps even a conversation if you want to leave a comment. And Until Dawn, next gen remake is reportedly in development. So you know the game Until Dawn. I know it because it was given away with the PS Plus subscription. I played it, I loved it. It's a great game, and I'll probably play it for a second time at some point. And apparently, it's been worked on for a next gen remake, reportedly. So let's have a look at the article. According to trusted games leaker on Twitter account NGT, Supermassive Games is reportedly working on a remake of Until Dawn for some time that will be coming to current gen consoles, so PS5, Xbox Series 1, whatever it's called. Very little is currently known about the possible upcoming title, but the leaker claims that several separate sources have corroborated the rumor. Some fans have speculated that Sony could be using the remake to gauge interest in the franchise to potentially make a sequel in the future. So I'll just comment on that. That seems a little bit odd to me. As an outsider, I don't know all the ins and outs of game development, but it seems little bit odd to do a remake in order to gauge the reaction to the franchise. I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea, good strategy. Seems to me like an expensive one, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe that is the reason. Back to the article, the original Until Dawn was released in 2015 as a PlayStation 4 exclusive. This fact has made many of Account NGT's followers question his use of consoles in the tweet. While it could be a mistake, other possibilities are that the game could be released on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR, Virtual Reality 2, or Supermassive Games could have purchased the rights to the game from Sony, and the next gen game will release across several platforms. Unfortunately, the leaker account NGT has yet to clarify this to fans. While the idea of Supermassive Games buying the rights to Until Dawn from Sony sounds far-fetched, there has been precedent. A similar circumstance occurred for Remedy Entertainment's Alan Wake and Q Games' The Tomorrow Children. So again, just to comment on that part there, it's suggesting that one thing which could be happening is the rights to the game, the franchise, could have been bought, and the developer Supermassive Games could be planning on making a sequel, but not having that tied down to a PlayStation exclusive deal, but allowing it to be multi-platform. Which, maybe that's the case, maybe it isn't. It's sheer speculation, but that has happened before. A developer has purchased the IP or the rights to a given franchise and then published it on multiple platforms. So, that would be interesting. Until Dawn is an interactive drama horror game where players assume control of 8 young adults. The characters must survive Blackwood Mountain as their lives are threatened by varying dangers. The game is strongly influenced by player decisions, which can change the narrative as all of the playable characters can live or die depending on the choices that are made. The story writers based the game to be told as a classic slasher film. They took inspiration from movies such as Evil Dead 2, Poltergeist, and games like Heavy Rain, Resident Evil, and Silent Hill. So there we go. There's really that article. It is a great game. If you've not played it, if you have the opportunity to, do. It is great, and it is very much like an old 80s, 90s horror movie or slasher movie. And it is similar to Heavy Rain. You've got to make choices, and that directs the narrative of the story. But it's very good. It's very enjoyable. And personally, I do feel like a game like this, and indeed a franchise like this, ought to be multi-platform. I think that's, again, I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs, but I imagine that it would allow the game to perform better financially. Just being locked to the PlayStation, is going to limit its audience. And I hadn't heard of Until Dawn before it was given to me as part of the PlayStation Plus subscription. I'd never heard of it, and I've not really heard of it too much since. To be honest, it's not a high profile game. I mean, it's a little bit of a niche genre, I would think. So I would think it's very easy for the game Until Dawn and any potential remakes or sequels of it. I would imagine that it's fairly easy to fall in the cracks, not to get too much marketing dollars thrown at it, not too much awareness of the game, which could lead to the game performing poorly in a financial sense. So I would think that this type of game would benefit from being multiplayer, and if that's what it takes to allow for a sequel to occur, then I'm all for it.